I'm Tejaswini and today we are going to understand non-verbal communication. Do you know that 55% of communication is non-verbal? Yes, that is correct. We are going to study or understand gestures, a part of non-verbal, which also forms a part of body language. Gestures are basically use of our hands, head, shoulder and feet to communicate. Gestures can be done through two types, emblems and illustrators. Now let us understand what are emblems and illustrators. Emblems are the gestures which can be replaced instead of words. They are universally accepted, like thumbs up, I agree. Are you with me? Yes. A nod is also considered a gesture. So people across the world understand this. This I may or may not understood. Have you understood? Yes. So these are all emblems. They replace words. Illustrators are gestures that you use to support your words or what you are talking. So you can use gestures like when you are saying the first point, you're using your hand to support your point. I don't agree with you. Now here you are showing that you disagree with something. Or you go, yes, I think I am right. Now this is when you are lying, you are touching your face, and that is also a gesture that you are communicating. So let us understand what are the positive and the negative gestures that you should use and you should not use. First, we will talk about positive gestures. There are 5 positive gestures. If you adopt them, they will communicate trust, confidence and honesty to people. So the first gesture is use of open hand gesture. So whenever you are making a point, keep your hands open, your palms visible to people to show that you are being honest. The second gesture is handshake. Handshake is a very important gesture to communicate confidence. So whenever you do a handshake, make it firm, not too tight, not too loose, to communicate confidence. The third gesture is using your head to nod. Nod shows that you are actually listening to the people or the person talking to you. So even nodding communicates what you are trying to say. It shows the person that you are talking to or listening to that you are interested. So if you tilt your head to your left and nod, it shows that you are judging and making a decision of what you are listening. If you tilt your head to your right and nod, it shows you're taking and analyzing the information. But if you keep your head straight and nod, it shows you're purely listening to understand. The next aspect is your feet. Yes, feet also can communicate some information. So whenever you're talking to someone, ensure that your feet are pointed towards them. It shows that you are involved in what they are listening and you want to be part of that conversation. And the last is use of finger. So whenever you are stressing on a point or you want to highlight a point, use fingers. My first point is, my second point is, my third point or fourth point is. Use your fingers to communicate the same. These 5 gestures will communicate honesty and trust and confidence to people. Now, at the same time, there are some gestures that you need to avoid because they communicate that you're trying to conceal something, you're not feeling confident, or you are also stressed out through the gesture. So let us see what are these. The first gesture is your hands. The moment your hands are closed, it shows that you are either defensive, you don't want to listen to what the other person is saying, or you disagree with them. Automatically, it is a shielding, a protective gesture you do. So, when somebody says something you don't like, do not do a closed gesture because non-verbally you are communicating you don't agree. The second is handshake. The day you are not confident, it will reflect on your handshake. It will be limp, it will be cold, it will be sweaty. So during an interview, you are slightly nervous. So ensure that you do not skimp on your handshake. Maintain a good handshake or else it will show you have low confidence. The next is the jazz hand. Not the dance jazz hand, but using too much of hand to support your word and being in too much of hurry. Now, if you don't want to do that, stop and control the use of hands. The last point is using your hands to touch your face. Whenever you are stressed or you are lying, unconsciously your hand goes to your face to touch. For example, rubbing of nose, touching the eyebrows, touching the cheeks, the moment or touching the neck. These are indicators that you are lying. So whenever under stress, do not do the self-soothing gestures of touching your face because that conveys that you are hiding something. So in today's video, what we have seen is there are two types of gestures, illustrators and emblems. These gestures can be divided into positive gestures and negative gestures. Ensure to adopt the positive gestures and be careful if you are using the negative gestures. That is all from me. Thank you.